You know, we talked a lot about the energy sector. It is vital to Weyburn and area. We talked about Energy East. I'm grateful for the support of the City Council of Weyburn. They've actually passed a resolution, I believe, in support of Energy East, and we had a bit of a discussion about how we could make a better case perhaps across the country for this particular pipeline that will replace, at least help replace, Canada's need to import oil from places like Saudi Arabia. That'll create thousands of jobs right now. It's a shovel-ready project that doesn't require any government funding, and so and it's obviously important to Western Canada to be able to get our product to Tidewater to get a better value, a better price for that oil. We also talked a bit about the well cleanup initiative we've proposed to the federal government. As you'll know, I've said, look, this wouldn't be a perfect program because there will be, some companies getting help to do some cleanup. There are a lot of orphan wells, though, that, and perhaps a growing number if we have insolvencies on the part of oil companies, that we'll be able to clean up through the initiative, and we'll be able to put energy sector workers back to work. This is not about money for oil companies. This is about putting people in Weyburn and area back to work, cleaning up wells that are going to need to be cleaned up.
A couple of messages Council delivered today. Number one was thanking the Premier for his constant support of the oil and gas industry. Obviously, that industry has really been what's driven southeast Saskatchewan in the last few years. We talked a lot about the carbon levy, and now is not the time for the industry. We talked about those orphan well sites, and of course, putting people to work in southeast Saskatchewan or across Saskatchewan, as he's more concerned with, truly is a good idea, and Council was supportive of that. We had a few questions on what that project would look like, but overall, he answered those questions that we had very well, and Council came out supportive of the orphan well project and putting people to work and getting the industry, getting those orphan well sites cleaned up. Now is the time to do that when the price is lower and we have an opportunity to do it at a cheaper cost.
Industries currently, and ourselves included, are actively abandoning a certain amount of wells each year based on cash flow. Right. The point or intent of the program was to accelerate that cleanup, to create the employment today, get the money into the economy and create that value immediately rather than waiting 5, 10, 15 years. It's about creating employment more than anything. Ultimately, any dollar that goes into this program is paid out to service companies or wages, so there's no net economic benefit to oil companies.